Welcome back to the shop, everyone. Today we're going to be addressing a problem that I'm having with the morganpress injection molding machine. And more specifically, we're going to be talking about an issue I'm having with this nozzle right here. Now when I'm running glass-filled nylon, the nozzle is freezing off during the cooling cycle. As a result, I'm fighting with manually pulling screws out of the nozzle and in some cases breaking off the solidified tip and fully clogging it. So I've pulled the nozzle and mold out of the machine so you can see a little bit better. The nozzle's up here. When the cycle is done and the part is cool, the clamp will release, allowing the mold to drop down from the nozzle. Then we rotate this portion right here, which breaks the sprue off of the part. Then we can open the top of the mold and actually demold our part. So here's what a normal sprue should look like, and here's what mine are looking like. So you can see I've got an extra bonus chunk of plastic here. And that chunk of plastic is what came from inside of the nozzle. So you can see this part of the nozzle is too cold, causing that piece of plastic to solidify, resulting in me having to yank it out and in some cases break it off inside and shut down the operation. Now I do have control over the temperature of the nozzle right here. However, I'm already at the top of my range for nylon. So I think the best bet is going to be to adding some flare to the inside of this bore right here to allow us to more easily pull that sprue out after it's solidified. If I do a little quick check with the file here, it does seem like the tip is hardened. I have a tapered end mill, but I think it'll chatter like crazy in that hard tip. I do have another idea though, so let's head over to the lathe and see if we can figure something out. A few weeks ago, I made this mount that allows me to attach my Dremel to the tool post on the lathe. And lucky for me, in the bin of Dremel tools, I was able to find a drum grinder that's small enough to fit inside the bore of the tip. So if we zoom in a little bit here, you can see that we do have a nice little grind on the inside of this bore here. So I definitely added some flare. I don't know exactly how much, but we'll go in and do some diagnostics in a minute. So if we do a little comparison, here's the old sprue and the new flared nozzle. You can see that we've got a lot more room compared to what there used to be, and a decent amount of wiggle here. So that wiggle is our flare, and that flare should allow this to come out of the nozzle much more easily, hopefully prevent any broken slugs from ending up shutting me down from a production standpoint. So come back next week, we'll actually be molding parts and see if this thing did the job.